Nobody is talking about this show. The Terror is about a real-life 19th century English Arctic expedition that ends up being, well, pretty terrifying. The show is also based on this book by Dan Simmons. And since this is a History of Medicine channel, let's think about all the medical things that could go wrong during polar explanation. Frostbite, scurvy, pneumonia. But what about madness? Instead of spoiling the show, I'm going to talk about another real-life 19th century Antarctic expedition by the Belgians. And as you might have already guessed, yes, people went mad. This expedition took place on a ship called the Belgica, and there was a lot of excitement about this trip. This is the age of polar exploration and, well, colonialism. The ship and its crew were not ready for treacherous conditions. The further south they got, the colder it got. Temperatures were freezing, and their clothes certainly wasn't warm enough. There wasn't enough food, it wasn't high enough in vitamin C, and yeah, some of the crew members developed scurvy. Another problem was that the ship ended up getting stuck in ice over the winter months, and this meant that they spent several months on this ship in complete darkness. And this is when 2 crew members were noted to have become insane. One of the first men affected was sailor Jan van Mierlo. At one point, he completely stopped responding, speaking to crew members. They took shifts to watch over him, especially after he started talking eventually about how he wanted to hurt another crew member on board. Around the same time, another crew member, Adam Tollefsen, also started to become withdrawn, paranoid. He didn't even realize that he was aboard a ship. He was completely disoriented. As you might expect, it was only really after this long winter ended and the sun finally rose that people started to get better. The question is kind of, what is polar Arctic madness? Is it PTSD? Is it seasonal affective disorder? Some other kind of psychosis? I don't really know, and you know how I feel about retrospective diagnosis. But polar madness reminds me of other similar conditions like prairie madness and tropical neurasthenia. Symptoms usually occur in patients who are exposed to these new environments, new temperatures, new geographies, and those that are far away from home and quite lonely. And they're usually diagnosed in patients and people who are new to the area, rather than those that have always lived there. Give this a watch and let me know what you think.